Colleagues, I'm back with my tips, medical legal tips for your benefit in your practice. So, last time we had talked about consent and informed consent. Today, I'm going to tell you the order of signatories who will be given the chance to sign the consent. So, of course, as I have told earlier, also, most important and first consent signing authority is of the patient. You have to first consider the patient, and he can only sign the consent first if he is capable. Second, in order will be starting with the legal guardian, because we are dealing with children. First priority is the father, then the mother, then other relatives as per the closeness of the relationship. If there are no relatives available, then friends and even accompanying person sometimes in cases where the patient is unconscious or emergency patient and patient under the influence of alcohol or drugs. In those cases, when there is no time to inform the relatives, then the accompanying person can sign the consent. So this is very important. Please keep in mind during the emergencies and take care. The next medical legal tip number 6 is about what is informed consent. What is the component? Sometimes we feel that okay, we have told some few things to the patient and it's done, it is informed. But no, there are components of an informed consent. The components are according to what the patient has a right to know about the disease or about the surgery which he is going to undergo. So the first thing that you should tell the patient is about the disease, what he's suffering, what is it about, the diagnosis, the provisional diagnosis, and what are you going to do about it, the procedure to diagnose, how will you diagnose the disease, what are the lab tests you are going to do, or what is the procedure or minor thing what you are going to do for the diagnosis. Then third, suppose diagnosis is made, provisional diagnosis is there, then what is the treatment plan, what is how many days you are going to take for the treatment, how is it going to affect his life, whether he has to, is to take leaves or something. All these things have to be the patient has right to know. Then what are the possible side effects? Suppose you start the treatment, you give some medicines or you give some injections or something. What is the side effect they can expect? It may not be always there, but what is the percentage of times or probability of the side effects that can happen? What are the risks? Sometimes in some surgeries there is a risk to life. That all you have to explain, how much it can be successful, how much it is going to be a failure. So all that you have to explain. The cost of the treatment is very important. Sometimes we forget, we feel that it's a rich patient and we forget to tell them. But let me tell you, it is very important that to give them an approximate idea about the cost, give them a little higher value so that when they get a little lower bill, they feel better. So prepare them for the worst. Then you must also give them any alternative treatment or what is planned. For example, in a fracture, earlier, we used to have an external fixation for fracture and internal fixation. So the choice has to be given to the patient. And even in vaccinations, we need to tell them this is vaccine is costly, this is less costly. So all these things have to be explained to the patient, and then only informed consent signature should be taken. Lastly, I have forgotten to write it here, but the prognosis has to be told to the patient. Very, very important, because if we say don't worry, everything will be fine, and then suddenly the patient dies, then those are the times when litigation is like going to be there. So this is called informed consent, and please take care that this consent is taken in a proper way. Thank you very much for today. These are the